Let's be honest. If someone had told us a decade ago that Young Money, the powerhouse of hip-hop in the 2010s, would eventually appear to be falling apart, we would have thought they were insane. Drake, Nicki Minaj, and Lil Wayne created a trio that influenced pop culture, shattered records, and defined a generation. Fast forward to today, and it seems the empire is not just collapsing. It's being actively undermined by two of the most dedicated and focused artists in the industry right now, Kendrick Lamar and SZA. By the way, welcome to Celebrity Hip Hop Showroom, where hip hop and celebrity drama never sleep, so hit that subscribe button so you never miss the mess. Let's get into it. This situation goes beyond mere rap rivalries. It's about progress versus stagnation, staying relevant versus merely reacting, and grace versus ego. While Young Money's legacy is firmly established, what's unfolding now is astonishing to witness, and perhaps even disheartening, depending on how invested you were in the Young Money era. The larger question we're contemplating today is, did Kendrick Lamar and SZA just bring an end to what remained of Young Money? Let's dive into it. Initially, this was simply a competition in rap. Kendrick launched his attack with Not Like Us and Euphoria, taking direct shots at Drake and challenging his entire persona. This ignited a frenzy. Drake responded, but true to his style, smirking, strategic, driven by social media, filled with subtle jabs, layers, and passive-aggressive remarks. Meanwhile, Kendrick continued to land hit after hit, supported by viral performance clips, memorable one-liners, and authentic West Coast energy. But that wasn't all. While the rap community was focused on the heavyweight clash between Drake and Kendrick, another battle was quietly brewing on the sidelines: Nicki Minaj versus SZA. Nicki, perhaps inspired by Drake's behavior, decided to start criticizing SZA, making outrageous claims about her streams being fake and suggesting that her talent was somehow fabricated by the industry. Coupled with her strange and seemingly paranoid social media activity, it gives the impression that there may be deeper issues at play. Now we have Drake feuding with Kendrick and Nicki clashing with SZA, two legendary artists from the same circle, feeling the heat and lashing out at two of the most respected and cherished figures of this generation. As if that weren't enough, Kendrick and SZA are responding in the most impactful way possible, by elevating their game. Let's focus on Kendrick first. While Drake was in London hosting events and encouraging fans to chant derogatory phrases about Kendrick, Kendrick was overseas, captivating audiences in Amsterdam and Paris with performances that showcased true artistry. He wasn't just performing popular hits, he was diving into deeper tracks. He delivered songs like Reincarnated from Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, which isn't the most radio-friendly choice, yet he still managed to get the crowd moving as if it were humble, or alright. That's the distinction. That's genuine influence. Drake relied on a crowd to shout insults, while Kendrick needed just a microphone, a band, and a spotlight. That difference speaks volumes. And then there's SZA, who might have just executed the most graceful, unfazed, and professionally crafted response we've seen all year. While Nicki was busy posting rants, tweeting and deleting and even threatening to involve the FBI over trolling, SZA was on tour, selling out arenas, bringing Lizzo on stage in France, and pouring her heart into her performances as if nothing was amiss. That's how you come out on top in a feud without releasing a single diss track. However, let's delve into the core of what's really going on here. What Kendrick and SZA are doing transcends mere musical performance. It embodies maturity, confidence, and most importantly, power. They didn't take the bait. They didn't jump on Instagram Live to complain or drop vague hints. They simply continued to create. Kendrick released his diss tracks, SZA shared proof that Nicki had asked her for 2 features and was turned down, and then they both allowed their talent to shine through. Now, compare that to what we're witnessing from Young Money. Drake is almost 40, still taking selfies with exaggerated expressions, and actively engaging with the internet drama instead of rising above it. Nicki is so entrenched in conspiracy theories on Twitter that she turns every minor comment into a major betrayal, alienating both fans and colleagues. Meanwhile, Wayne, as much as he's adored, seems to be completely avoiding this chaos, which might actually be the wisest choice he's made in a while. It's honestly tough to watch. This is the group that brought us albums like Take Care, the Pink Print, and the Carter 3. Their level of artistry was once unparalleled. But now, it seems like Young Money doesn't know how to step back and let someone else shine. Instead of embracing their influence or supporting the new generation, they're fighting against it at every turn. But the culture has changed. People crave authenticity. They desire vulnerability. They want artists who can handle criticism, adapt, and evolve. Kendrick and SZA embody exactly that. They may not be flawless, but they are definitely present. They show up, fulfill their commitments, and avoid getting caught up in chaos. This is what gives this moment the feeling of a transition of power, even if no one wants to acknowledge it. Now, let's delve deeper. The fan bases are in conflict. The rivalry between Barb's and OVO supporters versus TDE fans has turned into a bizarre and chaotic rap civil war online. However, the more absurd the claims become, like asserting that SZA lacks talent or that Kendrick is dull, the more it backfires. It only highlights the solid foundations that Kendrick and SZA have built. Nicki claimed SZA has no influence. SZA shared evidence that Nicki sought collaborations. Nicki accused SZA of stealing lyrics. SZA provided proof that Nicki sampled her work. There's nothing more formidable than someone who possesses the truth, and SZA is subtly making a lot of loud critics look foolish. Now, let's take a broader view. Young Money has played a crucial role for this generation. Drake and Nicki are icons, while Wayne is arguably the most impactful rapper of the last 20 years. Their influence is evident throughout the culture. But what happens when legends cease to innovate? When they stop evolving? When they focus more on responding than creating? We see exactly that unfolding now. An empire is collapsing, not due to outside forces, but because of internal doubts. Meanwhile, Kendrick and SZA are not just getting by, they are flourishing. They are selling out tours, winning Grammys, breaking streaming records, and becoming cultural icons who don't need social media controversies to remain relevant. Kendrick stated, "Forget the numbers, do the math." And ironically, even the numbers are now in his favor. To clarify, this isn't about dismantling Young Money, it's about recognizing a change. There's a fresh vibe in the scene, and it's not from those who need to make noise. It's from individuals who operate quietly and let their achievements speak for themselves. Kendrick's conflict with Drake wasn't merely about lyrics, it was an analysis. Kendrick examined every aspect of Drake's persona, from his identity to his reliance on trends and superficiality, revealing how empty it all is when you remove the surface-level appeal. As for the Nicki and SZA situation, that's not even a contest. It's an established artist feeling insecure about the admiration another woman is receiving, and that's unfortunate. Instead of supporting SZA, Nicki is damaging relationships unnecessarily. What's even more surprising is that both Kendrick and SZA have previously shown admiration for these artists. They've worked together and expressed appreciation. There was never any hostility until it was directed at them. But when the criticism came, they didn't back down or retaliate with noise. They improved. And now the world is witnessing their success, time and time again. So let me conclude with this. Regardless of how many rants Nicki delivers, how many jabs Drake takes, or how many supporters they try to gather, Kendrick and SZA have demonstrated something more significant than a feud. They've shown that lasting success isn't about being loud, it's about being effective. It's about growth, introspection, discipline, and consistency. The landscape has shifted. Hip-hop has evolved. And the crown isn't won through shouting matches or social media disputes. It's earned through actions. So did Kendrick and SZA bring down Young Money? Young Money undermined itself. Kendrick and SZA simply illuminated the situation. And what we saw in that light was the reality. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this situation, so please share your opinions in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay updated on this story.